Hello YouTube, StatieHunter75 here with StatieHunter's Bags and Boards. Episode, oh Jesus, I think this is episode 73. Man, we're getting up there. I've done 73 episodes of these Bags and Boards now, oh my god. Yeah, episode 73. So let's get to it. I thought it was going to be a slow week this week. Kind of a slow week, I guess, but not really. Anyway. Let's start off with my adventures to Newbury Comics, and we'll get into it right now. So, I went to one Newbury Comics to pick up a book from last week, which was this one right here. So this was hyped up last week with that new Apex Lex Luthor coming out, and this is the Leviathan Rising, Superman Leviathan Rising #1. It was $10 cover price, but, you know, if this is like the cameo or whatever, the first appearance of that Apex Lex Luthor, it could be something huge. And while I was there, I happened to notice that they had, for cover price, a couple Venom 7s, which is the first, Dylan Brock or whatever, Eddie Brock's son. So, picked up those. Picked up a few Action Comics, which is the first Red something. I forget what it was, but it's Action Comics 1001 is the first appearance of Red Shadow or something like that. It's all in that Naomi stuff. And they actually had one of these in the raw. So I picked that up because Bendis said it isn't, but a lot of people are still paying good money for this. Speculating that is Naomi with all the tie-ins with Superman. And this is Action Comics number 1002, and it's the variant with could be Naomi's first cover appearance. And then, of course, they had Naomi 5. I checked the inside, the cover crease, and at the staples, and everything was perfect. So this was undamaged. So I picked that up for cover price. Had Pearl #1 for cover price. It was just, I spent a lot of money. I didn't plan on it. I didn't know they were going to have all these things. I was just going for that stupid Leviathan Rising #1, and they had all these key issues there. I was just sitting on the shelf, so had to pick it up. Mortal Hulk #7. It was like a third printing variant. Could be a low print run, so I picked that up. Plus, it was really cool. I know they're taking these straight from the pages, but that was just cool. And Electric Black #1. I wasn't sure if I grabbed this when it came out. I think I did end up finding out that I did get it, but just in case, it's a #1 issue, so I picked it up. And then that's it. That was it for that adventure to that Newbury Comics. Then I went to my more local, that was the Newbury Comics near my work. Then I went to my more local Newbury Comics, and I ended up picking up some stuff. Before I get to that, I want to just, someone was selling this in one of the Facebook groups. So I ended up speaking with him, and it seemed to be a really nice guy. So we set up a meet at the Newbury Comics near my local house, like outside the mall there. So just a comic book buying tip. I mean, I'm a licensed gun carrier, so I mean, I always, carry from time to time. So, I mean, if you're going to meet someone that you've never met before to buy something, you always just want to be careful, meet in a public area. Obviously, this guy was perfectly nice, harmless, good guy, I mean, seemed harmless. For all I know, he could be an axe murderer, but he wasn't. Nothing happened. But you never know. Just always got to be safe. So always meet in a public place. Don't have someone, whatever. You don't want to meet someone at your house who you don't know, or even at their house, because you just don't know what you're walking into. So this turned out to be good, as all my past experiences have been, luckily, fortunately, thus far. But the actual book itself wasn't that good. We agreed on a price, and for the condition of the book, we agreed on I'm not even going to get into price. That's nobody's business. But we agreed on a set price, and he was very forthright and honest. And he sent me a couple pictures of the first page and of the cover of the book, and they were kind of blurry, so you have to see it in person. He said, you could check it when you see it when we meet. You could check it in person. So obviously, when we got there, he said, "Hey, check out the book." So it wasn't like he was hiding anything. But this is another lesson to be learned. You always want to look thoroughly at the book, because unfortunately I could have walked away paying the original agreed upon price to this guy and not even knowing, yes, this is a huge key issue. It's the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, and it's a very old Spider-Man book. But what happened was, in thumbing through, obviously I noticed, it's in pretty sharp condition in the back and everything for an older book, but it is definitely color worn and, slightly, I wouldn't say water damage, but, it's just aged really bad. But, of course, when I made it to, the page looked like it was sticking out when I looked at it in the bag and board. I mean, obviously I was going to check anyway. I'm not stupid. But when I made it to the middle page, as you can see here, let me back up. The middle page was detached. The spine page. So, he saw that and he's like, oh, geez, I didn't even notice that when I bought it from the guy. And he could have been very well telling the truth. He probably was. You never know. But, I mean, he seemed like he was. And I was like, look, hey, that's a game changer, buddy. Not going to pay you what we agreed upon for that now. This is more of a reader copy now. It's detached. I mean, it still is in pretty fair condition. And it is a key issue, early Spider-Man book, but, not for that price. Obviously, it was a mid-grade price we were looking at, and it isn't mid-grade. It's low-grade now. This detachment of the page, so I'm pretty sure it's complete. I went through it, but that page was detached, so... I just wanted to show you that in the video. Always look, and of course, he sold it to me for a much lower price, which we agreed upon, obviously because of the damage. But that's why you always want to open up your stuff and look at it before you buy it. You never want to buy anything just based on the cover and how good that looks. So anyway, lesson had for you guys. There you go. So Amazing Spider-Man, number 31, first appearance of Gwen Stacy. Not Spider-Gwen, the original Gwen Stacy. So then at Newbury Comics, I also picked up this because I didn't get this at one of my local comics. My daughter graduated preschool today, so I took the day off and celebrated her graduation. And so I didn't go to my normal comic stops for a New Comic Wednesday, but I did go to the local ones close to my home. So ended up picking this one up because when I went to pay Counterplay, one of my local normal stops, to see Eric, he didn't have this one, so I picked this up at Newbury. He also didn't have this one, the A cover of Justice League 25, so I picked up 2 copies because I probably should have got 3. This is going to be probably the first appearance of that Apex Lex Luthor or something like that. Jim from Jim's Comics was saying pick that up. They also had this at cover price, which a lot of stores are selling these for more than cover price. I'm not naming names, I'm not dropping names, but I don't know. It's a cover price book. It's a variant, cover price variant. So picked it up. Another one that stores are charging like $10, $8 to $10 for, but it was cover price at Newbury Comics. So I picked up for cover price. I don't know. I can't stand when stores do that, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not naming names. And then Black Cat variant edition. Now this is a 1 in 25, so that's fine. And Newbury Comics always has fair prices on their variants. Like some stores charge you $25 for a 1 in 25 variant, which is ridiculous. So Newbury Comics, luckily I got it for that price minus my 20% subscriber discount. So that's what it should be at. Another one I was glad to get variant is Deceased number 2 with the Nightmare on Elm Street cover. Love that cover, so I picked up a couple copies. I picked up one at Counterplay and one at Newbury Comics. Picked up a few of these this week. This beautiful, look at that beautiful piece of artwork. That is just so lifelike. The Art Germ version variant of Black Cat number 1. Beautiful. 2 of my favorite hottest artists right now, Art Germ and J. Scott Campbell, and they both did this book, so I picked them both up. Got a Marvels number 13. Another variant that people were charging over cover price, but luckily Newbury was selling it for cover price, so I'm glad I passed at other stores and got it here for cover. This one I just had to pick up. It's Luke Skywalker number 1. My son, my little Luca. He's my little Luke Skywalker, so I had to pick that book up for him for when he's old. This pickup was a cover buy for me because it's sexy Emma with her beautiful breasts. It's Emma Frost. I love Emma Frost, so cover buy for that artwork. Love it. This book. So there was no significance to this. No key significance that I'm aware of. Now, this Walking Dead book, they're speculating something was big was supposed to happen It's continuing where issue number 191 left off, where Rick gets shot in the chest. You know, but I'm not sure what the spoiler is, so I'm not going to say it, even if I was. But anyway, so pick that up because it's supposed to be a hot book. And this one I've just been subscribed to. It's a Pulp Fiction variant homage cover. And it's the origin of Angel Lynch. Number 4, I guess. This is Zombie Tramp number 60. And this one, they had a copy in for me from last week. It's the Virgin variant of Rags. I think it's like number 4 or something like that. So pick that up. That's my second copy I got of that. And let's see here. Moving right along. So I went and I did a pretty big trade. You see these kryptonite green bags from the Outer Limits in Waltham. Went over to see Steve and did a trade with him. He's tough on the trades, but he took some stuff that I was trying to unload that I really was having a hard time unloading. So, and he had a book that I wanted. So we worked out a trade as best we could. And I was able to, unfortunately, with my parents passing, have the task of clearing out my childhood home. So I have a lot of stuff in there that I've been clearing out and selling and giving away and stuff of that nature. So had some stuff I could unload with him that he was interested in, so some vintage stuff. So worked out a trade for the book, which I'm about to show you. So no, this was just a good cheap cover price. They gave less than, I don't know, you had it for like $250, and that's like the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. There's a few other slight keys with this. This is a Maximum Carnage number 2. It's Web of Spider-Man 101. It's Maximum Carnage number 2 of 4. So with the Carnage movie coming out, I think that's going to work with good money later down the road. This one was just simply a cover buy for me to display with my Oni Akuma statue from Pop Culture Shock Collectibles. This is an awesome cover art of Oni Akuma there. And here's the book. Here's what I was trying to get. I've been trying to get a good, solid copy of the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. And this is, here, it's a pretty big A-list A-list villain from the Batman universe. And it's actually a B-list character's second appearance. His daughter, Talia al Ghul, it's her second appearance and his first appearance. So this is nice Silver Age book coming in there at 15 cents. It's Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder, number 232. It is from June of I don't know what year. But it is a nice, also it's an iconic cover with Neil Adams art. Or should I say Neil Adams art with my accent. But look, it's really sharp. It's in great shape. Really, really good shape. Really sharp looking book for our first appearance of this magnitude. So I definitely will be getting this graded. Maybe even pressed and cleaned. I don't think it needs it, but just in case, just because of the key of the book that it is. So there you have it. First Ra's al Ghul. Very happy to finally have that in my collection. And the different store, not the Outer Limits, got this from Eric at Counterplay Comics for a great price. He was selling the whole metal set together. So I got a good deal for that. That's the first appearance of Red Death, I believe. So although CGC doesn't recognize it, I believe that is his first appearance. So that was a lovely key issue, that Ra's al Ghul that I wanted to get. So finally got it. Very happy to make a trade and not really pay any money for it too. So that was good. Moving on. So finally, last stop of the day. Oh, actually, also, you know what? I ended up getting involved in that trade with a lot of stuff. I got a statue. Haven't done a statue review in a little bit. And this is a Dynamic Forces statue. He had it for $50, but I ended up getting it in the trade. And I love it because it's Miss Marvel one of my favorite female Marvel characters. It's not the best appearance of her or statue of her, but I love that she has the American flag wrapped around her, especially with 4th of July coming up. So let's do a quickie statue review and just show you the statue bust that I picked up. Very happy to have gotten this in the collection. It'll look nice next to my other Dynamic Forces Emma Frost statues. So, Diamond Select, I'm sorry. And it's number, just so you know, not Dynamic Forces, Diamond Select Toys. And it's number 810 of 2500. So there you have it. And let's see the little lady here with the flag wrapped around her. And then here's the, just to show you the certificate of authenticity. Steve Kiewist is the sculptor. And it's 810 of 2500. Miss Marvel, Marvel Universe bust. Beautiful. So let's see her. Let's see this pretty bust. A little dusty. It's been sitting on the shelf for a little bit. The face likeness isn't all that bad. It isn't horrible, but I just love this. Love the sculpt. Very pretty sculpt, and the flag is what makes it. Just love that American flag wrapped around her ass. America. So all the hair is intact. Nothing is broken. There you have. Oh, he has to put his. Why would you put the price sticker right over the goddamn? Some stores with their stickers, they fucking drive me crazy. Sorry for swearing. Let me just carefully remove this price tag so we can see what the bottom of the base looks like. Once I carefully get all the glue from his silly Outer Limits price tag. Come on, Steve, what were you thinking? It's like defacing a statue. It's coming off. I just got to carefully do it. Not to leave any glue. Sorry about the hold up. You can blame Steve for putting a silly little sticker on it. I don't know why they do. Paticomically Speaking does that a lot too. Puts the stickers directly on the statues. I don't know why these guys do that. It's like they're not statue guys or something. But they know. Like at least Harrison's, when he puts a price tag, he'll stick the sticker onto a tag and tie the tag around like the arm of the statue or something. So it's not stuck directly on the statue or the base. But anyway, here we go. Got it off. Looks like I got all the schmegma glue from the price tag off. So there you have it. Number 810 of 2500. It's from 2007, so it's a little old. No damage on it whatsoever. Beautiful bust. Will be going in the display pretty soon with Old Glory wrapped around beautiful Miss Marvel. So I'll leave it right there for the rest of the video. You can kind of see her. But all right, let's move on to where after that, I ventured over to Counterplay Comics. And like I said, I bought this Dark Knight's Metal set. So here are all the books from that set. Not really going to get into it because the only real key issues were the Batman Who Laughs 1 and the Red Death first appearance. So. Alright, so here we go. There's Batman Lost Metal. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. And there's the other key one right there, the Batman Who Laughs #1. So, got him in there. And picked up the Matina variant of Deceased #2. So that was a hot book from this week. I'm trying to see if anything happened in this one. It's part 2 of a 6-issue series where a global virus transmitted by social media turns the Earth's population into zombies. So really, there's no key appearances in this or anything. Just the variant cover art by Francisco Martina. Oh, and of course, I had to pick up New Agents of Atlas number 3 when I went to see Eric over at Counterplay. I don't think there's any... no, I don't think there's any first appearances or any key appearances to this. So it's just number 3 of the New Agents of Atlas. So I'm just continuing with the story, so I figured I'd pick up at least one copy, even though there's no first appearances. And I've kind of been going with this story too, so I picked up Man-Eaters. I don't know what variant this cover is. They always have these funky covers, but this is number 9. The sky blue variant, we'll call it. Picked up another one of those Nightmare on Elm Street Deceased number 2s. And this is just a beautiful Granov variant of Deadpool. So pick that up. It's no real key to this that I'm aware of. It's just a beautiful, beautiful cover of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch there. So it's basically just the variant cover by Adi Granov, and it's Marvel's 25th anniversary tribute cover. So pick that up. Picked up another copy of that Walking Dead number 192, and picked up the only Battle Lines variant this week of the Iron Man there. Picked up a copy of this cover, the variant cover from Savage Avengers, because I just loved this variant cover. Savage Avengers number 2, basically, it's a possible first appearance of Death God, possible new Conan weapon that is a venomized weapon. And the solicitation also suggests that Wolverine's blood transfusion to a teammate will alter their powers. So that's kind of what's going on in this issue. And I just like that variant. So I also, of course, picked up the A cover because you got to get the A cover. This is a cool one. I don't know much about it, but Dead Sonja instead of Red Sonja from Keen Spot. It's pretty funny. Looking at some of the stuff inside. So, hey, picked it up. It's a number 1 issue. It's a pretty funny cover. Picked up my True Believers because I will be reading that. That's Amazing Spider-Man number 1 reprint. And, of course, I got this variant of the Black Cat just to kind of get all the variants. And I got this book. I got a couple copies of this. So I think that this book is going to have some legs. It's Thumbs number 1. It's an Image number 1 book. And whatever Image does in number 1, I try to pick it up. You never know when it's going to be the next Walking Dead. But the story behind this is an army of tech-obsessed teens try to overthrow the government due to the influence of social media, MOM app. So there you have it. Let's hope that does something. And, of course, I had to get my beautiful J. Scott Campbell Black Cat variants. Black Cat number 1, so I got the 2 J. Scott Campbells. Got a couple more of my beautiful Art Germ variants, just because these are so hot. And picked up the Incredible Hulk Last Call. I'm not sure. I don't think much happened in this. In that J. Scott Campbell A cover, Black Cat number 1, it's the first ongoing series featuring Black Cat. Black Cat will be pursued by Odessa Drake and the New York Thieves Guild. So that's kind of what they say about that. Excuse me, my first yawn of the night. But as far as the Hulk Last Call, I really didn't see much solicitation on that. So I'm not sure if there's any first appearances or anything like that. I don't think so. I'm not even sure if this is kind of like a one-shot or a mini-series or whatnot. But picked it up just in case to have one cover A. Picked up the B variant cover of that Justice League 25 just because of that Apex Lex. And picked up another copy of the Guardians of the Galaxy variant. And picked up another copy of the video game Black Cat variant. That's really hot. It's one of those sideways variants, but it's really hot. So not really artwork, it's from the video game. It's all digital, really cool digital stuff. And to round it off, final book of the week. Ronan Island #4. Story's been pretty cool so far, so I just kept with it. So other than that, that is everything. That's our new comic book Wednesday. Oh, and one last thing. If anyone is interested, just to kind of put this out there, I'll do a later video too, showing everyone. But let's move the lovely Miss Marvel over so I don't hurt that statue, and let's move these books so I can kind of put this in front of the camera at a good spot and show you. Got some. I got way more than this, but I got some really cool vintage, older Matchbox vehicles and Hot Wheels vehicles. I think on the Hot Wheels I have some red lines too. That's when they got the red on the wheels. Everyone goes crazy for those. So if you guys are interested, hit me up. But these are all in pristine condition because I was an anal little bastard when I played with my toys and I didn't really scratch them up. As you can see, there's no paint chips. So one little paint chip, hey, I actually played with the forklift. But for the most part, most of them are in really good condition. This forklift I did play with a lot, so. Lansing Bagnall. Don't know what that is, but anyway, there's a whole bunch of these really cool vintage little stuff. You see the camper here. I know I did play with this one a lot because I always put on the trailer and stuff, but it's got the little door that closes. Come on, I had it going. What'd I do? So it closes and opens. As you see, it works just fine. Anyway, enough playing with my Matchbox toy. Here's another one. This one was pretty cool, just to show you guys if you like this vintage stuff. This was like, if I can get it out carefully without damaging it. This was a funny car. The Dragon wheels. You see, it's in great condition. There you can kind of see the light. These are all from like 1972, 1970. This one's from 1972. And you see it's a little drag car. So, funny car, drag car, whatever they call it. Got a bunch of really cool ones, old little tractor. So if anyone has any interest in these, I'm looking up the values and stuff on them. Red Rider, that's kind of funny. Someone actually named a toy for a child Red Rider. If everybody knows what that means. But anyway. But there you go. Some really cool vintage stuff I probably will be parting with. Look at that. They even have a Spider-Man car. This is probably some super rare, valuable one too. That's kind of funny. But look at them. Look at the condition of them. Like, I really, kept good care of my little toys. So, oh, that one you can see nice and easy. The Black Widow. Number 8, Matchbox Black Widow. So 1972. So these are really old. And they're all in great shape. So anyway, if you have any interest, guys, hit me up. And maybe we can make some deals. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Really enjoyed bringing you this video. So please give a thumbs up if you did like it. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Let me get a thumbnail copy of the first Ra's al Ghul. Nice picture of that bad boy right there. So guys, definitely thumbs up and like the video if you did enjoy it. And subscribe if you're not already along for the ride. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening.